ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
Well, welcome to the Roundtable, everybody. My name is Robert Bannon. You're listening to us on Broadway World over here on the Broadway Podcast Network, iHeart, and Spotify. And I'm a Halloween baby, people. I'm born on Halloween. And that makes me love some things that are a little spooky, a little horror-y, a little bit fun. And the perfect music for the Halloween season is coming from LA. Sally Spectre, the musical, has 10 performances from October 22nd till November 1st. Street theater, and I am so excited that people are going to be here. They say it's witty. They say it's clever. It's going to be creepy. I hope it's not. I'm a little bit of a chicken. I just gave a whole big pitch that I love Halloween, but we're going to have so much fun. David Johnson is here, who is the writer, composer, and lyricist. The Emmy-winning co-director, Arden Teresa Lewis, is here. And then the choreographer, Soda Persi. Maybe I said it right. We're going to find out. Did I say their names right or did I not? David, Arden, Soda, how did I do? Decent?
You did great.
Oh, David, hold on, David. We almost hear David. Do you hear us, David? We don't hear David. That is why we can hold for you. I'm going to meet Arden one day and I'm going to take a picture with her Emmys.
Just one.
That's
For now. That's
Oh.
just one. So I have to keep saying that.
And Soda, I can't dance.
Well, I can make you look like you can dance.
Oh, she
That's
can.
my thing. That's my thing.
I mean, I kind of have rhythm, like a little.
And you have a beautiful
I thought I
voice.
had rhythm.
I've heard
and
it.
then, I thought I had rhythm, and then I was in Stomp for a couple of years, and I realized, boy, do I not have rhythm.
Oh, that's really fun. Thank you, Arden. That makes me really.
Yes, on
No.
YouTube and throughout the pandemic here and there, wherever I have heard your beautiful voice.
Oh,
Scary and so wonderful.
Oh, man. Everything went into the void of all those people going online during that period. But we have memories. We have our like list. We have our little history of who we watched to get through all that. So
I really appreciate that. Why I say that's scary is because I when I started this show during the pandemic, it was called Quarantine Cabaret and Cocktails, and I put out an album, and which apparently Arden is part of it. And when here's David. Hi, David.
I'm hoping you can hear me.
Oh, we hear you.
All right. Cool.
I do the show like only my mom is watching, and that's kind of my vibe. So when people come on and say something like that, I always go like, "Oh my God, I forget other people watch this." So thank you David. Can I pick it up from where you all just entered, and we're just going to talk to David, and I'm going to ask David, or do you want me to do the intro again? I could do the whole thing again if you want.
I love the way you did the intro.
Okay, perfect. Then that's David. David, I got your name right, I think.
You did. Yeah. It's an easy one, though.
It is an easy one, David. And you wrote the music for this shebang. So tell me, where'd you get the idea?
Wow. Okay. So it started several years ago, around 2009. A friend of mine and I were out having a cup of coffee, and she's a gloriously talented actress, and she was doing what a lot of actresses do, just ripping into her own skill set and her future and abilities. And I looked at her and said, you are so good. You have such amazing timing. It's almost as if you're putting a hatchet in your own head. What? Boom. And that image that just breathlessly came out of my mouth became the core of a show that she ended up starring in.
That was it. That's all it took.
It did. Yeah. And then several years of development later, I think, we're in a really good place with it now. It's a very different show than it was at that time, but it's been the core of my life for the past several years. So here we go.
Well, if you love New Orleans and horror, and I don't know, I was going to say, murdered young children, but if you like murdered young children, don't come to this show because you need psychological help. But if you like horror, then this is for you. Arden, do you like horror?
I don't. I'm probably like you, Robert. You said you were a little chicken, but I love incongruous things. And I love the phrase, she's Sally, she's dead, she's got a hatchet in her head. I mean, I just think those kind of things tickle my fancy. And So yeah, I don't necessarily go for the films, but this is a fun, sarcastic, witty stage musical that also it just has a lot more in it than just that. So, and the central character is just fascinating to me. So that is why I jumped on board. I mean, never mind the poster with her floating around with this thing. There you go. Look at you. I've given all my cards away. I've got to get more. Love
Oh,
it. Hit
as
that QR code.
there is no better acting job than to play a character with a hatchet in your head. That is
Yeah. Yeah.
Soda. Do you
Anyone.
get what is the choreography for you? So how does it work? David writes writes music in a show. Arden's coming in to co-direct it with you all, and then what is it like to work with this team? Do you bring them the moves before you teach it? Do you have full reign? Is it collaborative? How does it work?
So normally I like to listen to the music when the actors already have it in them, because as I was saying earlier, like I specialize in working with non-dancers that to make them look like they're dancers, and singers need to sing, and you need breath to sing, and you need certain posturing to get that breath, to support your singing. So for me, I just kept telling Arden, like, let them get the songs in, let them get the music in them. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I need to, they need to know what they need, and then I can put movement on them. And I'm very open to adjusting. Some people just like, well, so do you have me upside down and I need to hit a certain note and I'm not hitting it, so then we right side them up and put someone else upside down. Yeah. So
I have witnessed this. I have witnessed this night after night.
I love that very much. David, people may know you for this, but you've also done other things, like you have done television and you've done pilots and written a lot. You've written a lot. Why does theater pull you back? Why is this not an Amazon streaming show? Why didn't you go and try to pitch it to a creative entity like that? Why do you think it should be live?
Well, that's a really good question. Originally, I had conceived it as a stop motion animation piece. And as I continued to develop it, my friend who I told you about earlier said, no, I got to perform this. This has to be something that we do live. And when we started doing it live, it took on a new life. It took on a new meaning. And that is what inspired me then to expand the script and then refine the script and really focus in on some more specific elements of the story. So I would say theater, and I do a lot of children's theater. I want to, as you said earlier, this is not a children's show, but I have a lot of experience in children's theater, and the energy that I get back from being on stage or playing any part of a children's production is so amazing that I've never left live theater, and I have no intention of leaving live theater.
Yeah. And it's nothing is like that. Arden, I could say the same thing to you. You're an actor. You have acted. You have Leveling Lincoln is over your shoulder. I joked about the Emmy Awards. I joked with her and said I'm going to take a picture with her Emmy. She won it for PBS. God bless PBS. We need to support PBS more than ever.
PBS, God,
Yes.
whatever you, yeah. In fact, we just got renewed. Leveling Lincoln just got renewed another 3 years. So we were expiring in May, and they sent me an email saying, "Hey, would you like to do this again?" I was like, "Yes, I would." I do film, but David and I met in one of the intimate theater companies in the world of Los Angeles. So, and this has been the strangest directing gig ever, because I'm literally shipping them all to David. It's like passing the Hail Mary football into the end zone. They've all rehearsed in Soda's studio with tape on the floor and holding a phone for a hatchet and a this and a that. And now we're shipping this to Urban Stages. Well, it's 30th Street Theater, but that space it's just sort of I'm literally having separation anxiety all day today, actually, about it. But we met in theater, and my husband was we did a play for Sherwood Schwartz, and then my husband was directing a play with like 17 people in it, and David and I were in there as the two youngest cast members, herding cats, and then I met Soda through theater. So even though we go on to film, and that may be where on IMBD we get cred, I wouldn't be who I was if I hadn't had all the theater in the world behind that. So, and we met doing an Asian American in Pacific Islander event with Soda, and now she's in the fam, and hopefully we're in her fam as far as working projects. But I think theater brings a lot of talented people together, and then we can go make a film.
Yes.
Because we all have that discipline.
And then we'll all go back to theater.
And keep coming back.
Yeah.
Soda, for you, I mean, we are a show that's on Broadway World. You have been, won awards from, they called you the choreographer of the decade at Soda. So for you, tell us a little bit about how dance can tell and drives this story. Why is it an important part of the show?
Dance, to me, movement is always helping to tell a story. Like growing up as a dancer predominantly, I could tell stories dancing. And then when people said, oh, you should try acting because that's performing too, using other people's words was not as easy for me to tell stories as it was physically. So that's how I look at it. Like when I'm watching, like listening to the words and listening to the music, I really just use that movement to enhance the storytelling. And it was really nice. We had a few people that have done the show in the past without choreography, and they really enjoyed. Like I was so nervous. I was like, oh, are they going to, what are they going to think now? Because they're used to seeing it a certain way. But we got really good feedback, and I was so excited. David didn't see all the stuff right away. And so when he came into town, I was like, okay, let's see what David thinks. But of course he loved it. So I was very, very happy. And that's the whole thing. Like working with Arden was wonderful. She would just say, okay, Soda, what do you think about this? And, do you want to add something here? Even though it might just be like blocking, but do you think a movement would be good here? Or I could go to Arden, what is there was one of the numbers Arden just had this vision for. And I was like, wonderful. Tell me what you want and let's see if I can make it happen. And I think I gave her what she wanted. And then David came and then David liked it. So I really like to work closely with the director and of course with the actors, because not all actors are comfortable doing certain things. So I think that's something that I do differently as a choreographer. Like I don't just come in with this. These are my moves. You're going to do my counts and that's it. I very much like talk to David about stuff. Then I sit with Arden. Like I loved being at rehearsal, just sitting next to Arden. And I would listen to her notes to the actors, then like make a note. Okay, well, this actor should do this and this part. And I think we worked very well together, considering we had just met.
Really. Yeah, and Robert Blake, we have to mention him because he's going with
and Robert, our musical
and
director.
He would replay and adjust, and he was very good at telling us.
Yeah, he was great, and he let me say, pause, play, rewind, even though he was doing it live. He was really nice about that and understanding, and he was good to work with too, because I could ask him, how are the singers doing? Like, the song, like, do they need some changes? And he would honestly like say, maybe you could do something easier here for them so they could support the music, or if there were like harmonies and stuff that they needed to be more grounded. Yeah, it was really good that we collaborated very smoothly. David chose a great team, and now he gets to deal with what we've done.
Everybody's coming here.
Accurate.
I do want to say one thing though, one additional little bit. Soda did not just work with music. She also helped a lot of the actors with movement in general, because movement really helps tell the story. So it wasn't just the song. She also helped them figure out how that character might help them deliver a line or tell the story. And so she's a lot more than a choreographer. She's also a therapist.
I love that. David, for you, the music, how do you describe the music of this musical? What genre or style is this in?
Wow. So it's definitely closer to traditional musical theater, but dark. I have a strong rock and roll background and strong jazz fusion background. And I ended up having to fight instinct a little bit to take some of that and have that overtake the score. There are some moments that feel a little, very traditional musical theater, and some moments that feel a little bit like Elton John slipped in there. I don't know. It's. I hope that you come to see it on your birthday, and then you can tell me what you think of this.
Okay. I love that. It is the perfect Halloween thing to do. People are always looking for something to do. So this is the time. While we're talking, I want to make sure we give it a good while you're listening right now. October 22nd to November 1st, 30th Street Theater on 30th Street in New York City. And the tickets, everybody, opening night's the 22nd. And the tickets, everyone, are less than like a pizza in New York City. Like literally, they made this as affordable and economical so you can bring your date, bring your Halloween party, get dressed up on Halloween or the 30th or whatever, and come celebrate and do something fun and spectacular. Arden, what are these actors like? What are we gonna? How are they? They're worth the $40.
Well, yeah, one of them's like a famous rock and roller. Bobby Bogner's like got a guitar on the Hard Rock Cafe wall and stuff. I mean,
he was also the host of Food Tech. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
History Channel.
Yeah. So I mean, they are quite a range of folk, and it's been a pleasure. They some of them are really well trained in dance, some of them are really well trained in singing, and all of them actually have come out to be actors. I mean that links everything. I mean, I grew up watching musicals from a very young age in New York, and it all the other stuff is wonderful, but if the acting and the chops and the funny isn't there, especially for this, there's spooky and then there's funny and there's slapstick, and that's definitely where we send in David, because he came in for a week and I went, great, we need Three Stooges here and they need Marx Brothers here. I've been holding these exchanges for you, David. Go in, I'm going to go get some water and take my break. Because that is what he does. And well, you know, and I've always seen the piece done that way. So I wanted that for sure. And I think they've all kind of gone with it. They come from all different worlds, but they have all kind of run with it. And some of them are also YouTube people, and some of them are theater people, but Bobby's our rock and roller. David can tell you more about him, but it's been fun getting to know him.
Yeah. I've known Bobby for well over 20 years, and I've known Arden for over 20 years. But Bobby was the leader of a band called the Piper Downs, which was quite famous regionally, but they did some interesting tours. They've actually played the Cavern Club in Liverpool. They did a bit of a world tour, and now he's got his own band called Bobby Wagner's Handsome. And trust me, they are handsome and they're really, really good. So he's a fantastic songwriter. He's just an amazing guy and a wonderful singer and a super nice guy.
I love it. I'm so excited. This is a fun cast. So Soda, this is a cast, people. Soda, they talked about dancing, but also about the physicality. So can we all try to be like, I know if you're listening.
Yes, you can. And I have to tell you, if there's any project that I'm involved in, and I get to be involved in the casting, it will be the most fun audition you will ever do. David and Arden let me sit in at the auditions and let me go up and give the actors like just some little things. And I gave them some physical things, and their auditions really kind of did a 180. Like it really, because people don't realize how important, just posturing could be. And how much that could, just literally just posturing could change the entire, vibe of a character. And I think, it really is important if acting is something that, especially theatrical acting, but really all acting, you should be taking a dance class once a week. Of course, everyone's doing their vocal lessons and they're doing an instrument, but dance gets forgotten about. And even if it's just like a beginner jazz class, just to be in tune and to be comfortable putting your body in, an awkward shape. It's so important. And it, it keeps you young and it keeps you vibrant. So I think, like I said, I was really, really excited to be brought onto this project. And it was just a chance meeting with David, and we just, he saw me working a little bit and he just approached me and said, I'm doing a musical. I'd like you to choreograph. And I think we knew each other for about 5 minutes. And I said, yes, of course. I have a feeling I like this musical. He's like, yes.
I felt her energy, and she and I have just connected and bonded, and it's my sister. It's just incredible. So
yeah, QR code.
Click the QR code. It's the dream team. It's award winning. It's incredible cast. It's going to be so much fun. David, what do you hope people come and see the show? What do you hope they take away for it? Who should come see it? What's your goal and dream as the one who wrote it?
Well, it's not really targeting any one specific audience. Anybody at any age can come and enjoy this show. The thing that I hope that they take away, there are really two things. One of them is not allowing fear to hold you back. We don't want fear to control the narrative of our lives. And that's a little bit obvious when you watch the show. But there's a secondary message that I think is extremely important. And this is what makes the story work. I won't give too many details, but Sally herself is really committed to being who she is, and she's not going to let other things and her situation, which is horrible, affect her optimism or the way she goes about her daily business as a ghost, because obviously she's a ghost. That uniqueness, that quality that she's not going to allow any of those things affect her, is what strikes the soul collecting rate that shows up to re-examine what he's doing and why he's there. And I'll say no more, but I hope that people see the importance of being who we and being true to ourselves. And I'll finish by saying this: who we are is not what we post on social media. It's not the causes that we attach ourselves to. Who we truly are is who we are when we are by ourselves. And that's exactly what Sally's condition happens to be. So she is 100% herself. And that's the key.
That's so beautiful. I don't know what else to say after that.
Thank you.
This is a show, even with a hatchet in your head, being yourself is the lesson. And I think that goes through all genres, ages, anything that you are, and you are just perfectly the way you are. That's why you got to get tickets to go see the show at the website. Click the link below us, click the QR code if it's on social media, follow everybody on social media, and then get your tickets for this opening. It's the perfect night. You could bring your family, friends. It's a great date night for Halloween is on a Friday. You're going to be looking for something to do. We just found it for you. Have some dinner and go see the show.
And celebrate your birthday.
And
Yes, and everyone celebrate Robert's birthday.
21st birthday. For the 21st time. I never realized that. But I just had a moment where I was 21 years ago. And now I'll add a bottle of wine to my evening now before drink my troubles away here in my life begins at 40. People, when you all hit 40, I'm telling you, life begins at 40.
Well, 40 is the new 18. So
the best is yet to come, and the best is yet to come for you, Arden, and you, Soda, and you, David, and the best is yet to come for this show. This run is going to be amazing, and who knows what's next. So you got to be following, stick around, and see what's next. I'm really excited that you guys are here. Congratulations on this incredible work. It was really nice to meet you all.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Robert.
We really
Everybody, get your tickets. Buy your tickets right now. Get them quick.
Yes.
That's right.